Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you today? It's Aneta here. Hello. It's Thursday morning and we're doing another of our yoga sessions, 30 minutes yoga sessions. And I'm just gonna see if anybody joins me live. The sun is shining out there, which is always a very nice change from rain. So we're going to begin, and I'm going to see if anybody joins me, which would be really lovely. If you are doing this practice later on, just put #replay and let me know what you think about this practice. So I'm going to do today a little bit more opening and creating space practice rather than as we did for the last 2 weeks, a bit more strengthening and dynamic practice. As we're going, this weather has been very changeable. It's been, hot, then rainy, then grey, then sunny. We are in this typical April summer winter kind of weather. So we want to really allow ourselves to ground through the body and to create space. Many of us are working at home, many of us are with kids. We are doing stuff slightly differently or sometimes very differently to what we normally are used to doing. And often that creates a little bit of tension and it starts creeping up into the shoulders, especially, or the lower back, whichever is your trouble area, and often the neck and the jaw. So today we're just gonna move around a little bit, create a little bit more space with very, very nice flowing practices that allow you to just connect with your breath a little bit more. So we're going to start as always in these practices. So sitting upright and taking a moment to arrive. If you're feeling particularly stressed out, do a little bit of orienting practice by looking around. Or you can just, if you are happy to close your eyes, you can just use the sense of sound, your sense of sound, hearing sounds. And then feeling the weight of your body supported by the ground. Feeling the support underneath your feet, your legs, feeling the support underneath your sitting bones. Somebody's joining me. Hello Abby, how are you? Hope you're well. Thanks for joining me live. Let me know if you're okay. Send me a heart or a thumb up. So we're just taking this time to arrive first. So find a comfortable sitting position. Just hearing the sounds around you, feeling the weight of your body supported by the ground. Taking a few moments to arrive in this moment. Hi Abby. Taking a few moments to arrive. So we always want at the beginning of the practice to pause. Arrive and then notice how we are within the body and the wholeness of our experience. So noticing any physical sensations, noticing any emotions or feelings that are present. Noticing any thoughts in your mind, the level of activity in your mind. And noticing your energy levels. And then connecting with your breath. So bringing your awareness to your breath, becoming aware of your breath, the quality of your breath, without trying to change it or adjust it in any way. Just being curious about your own breath. And then as you are here with your breath, allowing yourself to spread your, not only your awareness, but also your presence throughout the whole of your body, becoming your body, inhabiting your body, and then becoming your breath. So becoming your breath and the rhythm of your breath, as you're breathing in through the whole of the body and as you're breathing out through the whole of your body. And noticing what you need from this embodied, grounded presence place. Notice what is it that you need in today's practice. And then just start moving your shoulders. So moving your shoulders slowly, both shoulders. Notice whether you're moving your shoulders naturally forward or back. So I know we often think about our habitual ways of to do with diet or exercise or sleeping, but actually our whole body is one big huge habit. And then the other direction, so I'm going to roll them forward because my habitual way is to roll them back. So up, forward, down and back, and up, forward, down and back. And then add your arms to it. Use your breath as well. Noticing how your shoulders are they crunching or are they okay? The other direction, noticing your shoulders. And then swap them so you move them in opposite ways. So when one is up, the other one is down. And then bringing the arms to it as well. I know for me, I hold a lot of tension in my shoulders, in my neck, and then just moving the whole of the body. And you can lead with the elbows or with the arm, and just creating a little bit of space here. Even more space. It's actually quite hard work. When you do it in a full way, especially if your back or your shoulders are tight. Okay, and bring the hands to the side, right arm up, breathe in, and breathe out. Slowly coming down. Breathe in, swap over, and breathe out. Breathe in, swap over. We're going to do it 3 times. So use your breath. Lovely, and then come down. Stretch your legs in front of you. And then breathe and raise the arms up. And we're just going to do 3 times. Forward bend, grab your toes or grab your legs. And breathe and come up. Breathe out, bring the hands behind you, fingers facing forward. Engage your belly and then just raise the hips up. Look up. And then breathe out, come down. I'm going to move the other way so you can see it the other way. Breathe in, raise the arms up. Breathe out, forward bend. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, arms behind you, fingers facing forward. Breathe in, raise the hips up. And breathe out, come down. Breathe in. And breathe out, one last cycle. Breathe in. Breathe out, fingers facing forward. Engage your belly, breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, coming down. Breathe in, raise the arms up. And just coming to a forward bend, just for a moment, taking a few breaths. Make sure your shoulders are down. Just taking a few breaths here. You can grab your toes, you can grab your legs. Feeling the sensations through the backs of your legs. Making sure shoulders are down, opening, elbows soft. Couple more breaths into the belly and out from the belly. Lovely, and then breathe in, raise the arms up, and breathe out, bring the arms down. Swing your legs underneath you. Come and sit on your heels. If sitting on your heels is, we're not going to stay here for long, but if sitting on your heels is difficult, you can put the blanket under your thighs, or you can just sit with your legs in front of you. Bring the hands behind you, interlock your fingers. Breathe in and squeeze the shoulder blades. Pull the arms down and away from you. As you breathe out, release. Do it a few more times. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. Follow your own breath. One last time. And release. Good. So this practice that we're doing is also really good for the shoulders. Come up onto your hands and your knees. And then we're just going to do a little flow. I call it mini sun salutation. So we're going to start with coming into a child pose. Sitting on your heels, bringing the forehead down. Then as you breathe in, you come up. And as you breathe out, you just slowly drop the hips down. As you breathe in, you come up. Tuck your toes under, and as you breathe out, coming into downwards facing dog. Take a breath in here. And then breathe out, drop the knees. Here, come into a child pose again. Stretch the arms in front of you. Breathe in, come onto your hands and your knees. Breathe out, slowly dropping the hips. Really softening through your back and your buttocks. Breathe in, come up. Tuck your toes under. And as you breathe out, coming into downwards facing dog. So bend your knees, stick your bottom out, creating space in the upper part of the body. Breathe in, and then as you breathe out, just drop the knees, come into a child pose. And breathe in, come up. Onto your hands and your knees. As you breathe out, dropping the hips forward, softening. Breathe in, come onto your hands and your knees, tuck your toes under, and breathe out, coming into downwards facing dog. When you're doing this practice on your own, you can stay for a few breaths in each pose. Breathe out, drop the knees, come into a child pose. We're gonna do it one more time. Breathe in, come onto your hands and your knees. Breathe out, drop the hips. Breathe in, come up. Tuck your toes under. And breathe out, coming to downwards facing dog. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. And in here you can either walk your heels out, or you can raise one leg, drop the other heel down, and then swap over. Whatever works for you. One more breath. And then just come down into a child pose and just rest for a couple of breaths. And then come up. So you can, if you're doing the replay, you can just stay as long as you want. Swing your legs in front of you. Bring your feet to the edges of the mat, the hands to the side, and just taking a few moments to move from side to side. I'm just pausing on each side. If you're like me, you might start moving forward. We're just creating a little bit of space here. One last time. And then release. Lovely. Okay. Keeping your knees, your feet hips width apart, bringing the left knee underneath. So bringing that left foot underneath the right leg, the knee facing forward. And then bringing the other leg around, one knee on top of the other and the other foot on the side. So in here, some of us can bring the foot sideways. If that's not comfortable, bring your foot up and just wherever it feels like the right thing. You might also need some support. If this is too tight on your hips, maybe there is support and maybe you can bring the foot a bit more forward, and that's absolutely okay. We all have different bodies. So what's easy for one person is not that easy for another. And we're going to, from here, twist towards the right. So bringing the right hand behind you, bringing the left arm to hook it behind your knee, and then just twisting, just taking a couple of breaths here. And as always, connect with your breath. Don't go so deeply into the pose, so much with the intensity of it that you can't breathe, because that defeats the object completely. Connecting with your breath, noticing and experiencing all the different sensations here. Good. Stretch both of your legs in front of you, just bounce them for a moment, especially if your hips are feeling quite tight today. And bend the knees, and this time bringing the right leg underneath, the right knee facing forward, the foot is by the buttock, and the left leg over it. And again, you might be able to bring the foot sideways, or any other variation of this pose that feels like it's the right match for your own body in this moment. And then twisting towards the left, bringing the left hand behind, the right arm to hook it. Remember to keep that right shoulder down, so you're not doing some kind of variation of that. Shoulders are relaxed, coming to the right level of intensity with your pose, and just breathing in here. Noticing with curiosity your experience in this pose. Lovely, and then release. Good, stretch your legs in front of you, just bounce them. Great, and we're just going to do one last pose in here, just for the fun of it, because we can. So grab your big toes, open your chest, engage your belly, sit upright, and then just lean back a little bit to raise the feet off the ground. And it might be that this is as far as you want to go, and that's absolutely fine. Just take a moment here. It might be that you want to start playing with bringing the legs out to the sides, shoulders down, or any other variations. So maybe bending the knees but really still engaging. So what we don't want is this kind of stuff. We want to open the chest, engage the belly, and then just work with our own body in a way that is right for us. The belly and the engagement and the shoulders down is the most important thing here. If you go too far, you're gonna bounce back. So engage the belly and just stay here. And then release. Lovely. Okay, just come and sit for a moment cross-legged or with your legs in front of you. And we're just going to do a little hugging practice. Bring the hands in front of your chest. Breathe and open the chest, look up. Shoulders down. As you breathe out, give yourself a big hug in here, arch the spine. Keep going, so breathing in, opening the chest, looking up. And breathing out, the other arm on top. Give yourself a hug here, arching the spine. Keep going with your own breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One last time, breathe in and breathe out. And then come up. Okay, so this is the end of our guided practice, of your guided practice. So I encourage you now to go and do some of the lying down stuff. So maybe a nice soft twist, maybe a butterfly pose, maybe a shoulder stand if that's what you want to do, that's absolutely okay, or a legs up the wall. Anything that feels like could really integrate the practice, and the twists are always amazing for that, and butterfly pose and leg up the walls. These are my 3 favorite that I always use at the end of my practice. So play with it, see what works for you. Do one more practice, even if it is just Shavasana with the knees bent or knees straight, or whatever feels right for you. And let me know how you found this practice, and have a really good day. Abby, thank you for joining me live. Hope you enjoyed the practice. Let me know how you found it. Take care of yourself. Thank you.